good evening, everyone. Welcome to Augusta, Illinois, and Southeastern High School for night number 2 of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic. I'm Dwayne Hulett. We have Jenny on the camera tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Here just in the nick of time as we have Payson and Central to do battle. Payson, Seymour, and Central do battle here, and game what would be number 6 of the tournament, as you see in our title. It's game number 6, game number 1 of night number 2, if you want to look at it that way, as we've got a lot of volleyball going on this weekend here in the house that Kerr built. I think I might start calling it that, the house that Kerr built. That sounds pretty good. Anyway, we're in Southeastern as the Indians of Payson Seymour are on the right of your screen. The Panthers of Camp Point Central are on the left side of your screen, and that's the way we'll go here as we work through this first game of 5 tonight on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The ball boy is in his position up here. Coach Kerr getting ready to grab all the errant balls that come on the stage. Up to serve first, Camp Point. It's Agnes Ginnenbacher starts things off for the Panthers. An overpass is going to come over, and it's going to be a back tip, and it falls. What a job on the back tip. That was number 11, Kaylee Bockhold. We'll see if that's the way things shape up here or not. I believe that's who it was. Double hit, 2-0 to score. I forgot to start the game from last night. I apologize. It should pop up here in a second. We'll work on the scoreboard here while we're going. And a side out, point to the Indians. It's 2-1 Central. The Indians try and get their first offensive point. Did not work that time. And out. We're tied at 2, excuse me. There's the scoreboard will be working now, I do believe. So we'll give everybody their 2 points and get going here. Here we go. Deep serve. The libero took it. That is Clara Houston. And that one's going to fall, and it'll be 3-2. For Central. Our live chat's open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We do like to have a little conversation occasionally in the live chat, so hop in there. Let us know what's going on tonight. And into the net it goes. A hitting error for the Panthers, number 20, Lauren Miller. So we're tied at 3 now with Payson Seymour going back to serve. It'll be number 17, Ava Steffen, the outside hitter, a sophomore, to serve things up with the score tied at 3 here. And match number 1 of day number 2. There's a big-time attack, but out of bounds for Miller. It's 4-3, a first lead of the match for Payson Seymour. Here, set 1, still early. Steffen back to serve one more time. She wears number 17. There's Houston with the dig on the serve receive. There's an attack up the middle. It's blocked but falls down. The kill goes to number 11, Kaylee Bockhold. And coming in to serve for Central, number 12 is Anna Peters. She's a senior. Exiting the game was number 25, Peyton Earhart. Down it goes. It's 5-4 Panthers now, as our scoreboard has given us fits tonight already. Peters back to serve it up again. And a trouble on the serve receive. It's going to come, nope. It's going to be outside, just went outside the pole. I'm surprised they actually got that over. A couple service points now for Peters. More trouble on serve receive. Makes it 7-4. 3 straight points now for the senior. Anna Peters. As Central struggled a little last night against Beardstown in set number 1. It was 25-22. They won set 2 much more handily, though, and took control. Looks like they're trying to pick up where they left off last night instead of where they started. There's the attack on the far side. That was number 22, Archer. And now a kill off the touch, and it's 8-4. Peters with another service point. That one drops short. It's Doug on the far side, though. There's an attack. Ginnenbacher's there. Big time hit by Miller, and down to get it was the libero, number 20, Josie Fessler, but she could not control it. If she's actually the libero, I'm not real sure. Let's see if they have anybody marked as a libero on here. They do. Megan Kersey, but they've got hers 24. She's wearing a 20. We'll have to check the scorebook for that, but a timeout is called. It's 9-4. It was 4-4 when they took over the service behind the serving of Anna Peters. She served 5 straight, and it's 9-4. And Payson Seymour and Coach Stacy Gilmore want to stop the bleeding a little bit, take the first time out of the night here in set number 1. Again, we've got 5 matches, including this one, to go tonight. Second one will be Rushville Industry versus Brown County. Rushville Industry got the win last night. Brown County took a loss. Unity versus Western. Unity lost. Western won last night. So a couple 1-0 teams facing a couple 0-1 teams in pool play in the next 2 games. Then Illini West versus Beardstown. Illini West did not play last night. Liberty versus West Hancock. Liberty did not play last night. Beardstown's 0-1. West Hancock is 1-0. And there's a tip across. It's going to stay alive. Miller again on the attack, and she'll get another kill. It's 10-4 here in set number 1. Big attack by Miller that time. She's wound up a couple times. Took her a hit or two to get going, but once she's got going, she's had several kills in a row now. Her hitting percentage is increasing regularly. There's the attack, and Archer gets the kill, and finally the side out for Payson Seymour. And subs coming in. Coming in, I would imagine, to set is going to be number 4, Alea Williams. Nope, she's going to play front row. And there's a dig off the net. She gathered it up. There's a free ball across. Peters is there. Set out to Miller. Down the line and in. Lauren Miller gets another kill, and it's 11-5. As the scoreboard's not wanting to keep up. I didn't catch it that time. I'm sorry. Back to serve for the Panthers. Going to be number 11, Kaylee Bockhold. Bockhold serving for the first time here tonight. The jump serve down the middle and dug up. Back row. Going to go far side Archer on the attack. It's dug up by the Panthers. Now it's going to go to Miller, and a double hit is called on the setter, number 21. That's Carly Peters. So a side out. It's 11-6, excuse me. Archer back to serve. Peters is there. Miller sets the attack. And, well, they're going to have a chance. Nope, I'm going to give her a kill. The kill goes to Faith Alford, number 15. This junior gets the kill, and Lauren Miller is going to come back to serve with her team up 12-6. Short serve, dug up, overpass. Miller comes up to set, out to Peters. Peters pushes it across. That's Carly Peters. Tipped across again. Anna Peters went down to get it. That's tipped across by the Panthers. Williams dug up in the back row. Libero getting a lot of work over there. Free ball coming across. Carly Peters is there. Now Miller back to Peters. And an illegal hit called on Archer. That just got blocked and ate her up. There's nothing she could do about that. That's just unfortunate circumstances for Payson Seymour's number 22, Ella Archer. Still Lauren Miller serving. Archer sends a free ball across. Bachhold was there. Now back to Bachhold on a back row attack. It's dug in the back row. Archer comes up from the setting position to get it. It's tipped, dug up, knocked across. That's going to be an attack from the left side. It's deep. Bachhold is there. Miller sets out to Carly Peters. She's going to tip it down the left side, and it's going to come outside. Archer did a great job just to get to that and even give anybody a shot, but couldn't keep it inside the foul pole. So it's going to be a point for the Panthers. 14-6 they lead here in set number 1. Archer sets outside down the road. Well, the announcer wasn't very good with the feet that time. The attack and the kill for Payson Seymour. Number 12, Lexi Window. Gets the side out. I'll have to verify these because what they're playing and what the lineup says they are and what the number is not meshing very well. There's a side out on an ace serve. Once again, hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. I'd love to see all that conversation in there. Carly Peters on the attack. Dug in the back row. Nice dig by Kersey. Jousting at the net. Bumped over. It was Aaliyah Williams, and it's going to fall to the ground for Payson Seymour, and Addison Mace for the Panthers, who were jousting at the net. Side out. It comes back to the Panthers and back in to serve the libero. Claire Houston set to serve things up. Right side off. Going to have a free ball. They are able to keep it in the air at least. Miller out to Peters. Dug up in the back row. It hits the ceiling, though. An ace for Carly Peters. A kill for Carly Peters. And a point for the Panthers at 16-8. Now they've doubled up once again. The Payson Seymour Indians here in set number 1. Archer, Williams. Miller came to get it. Tipped across, it hit the foul pole. Good thought, just painting that line a little too much as she hit the foul pole on the way over, and it's 16-9. Side out to the Indians, going back to serve Aaliyah Williams, number 4. She's a sophomore middle, one of the smaller middles you're going to see in the area for sure. Nice dig by Bachhold, back set on the attack. That was number 25, Peyton Earhart. And a net violation. Side out to the Panthers. End of the game for Payson Seymour. Number 30 is Maddie O'Dear playing middle. Archer still the setter in the back row. And a net serve as Ginnenbacher serves it into the net. It's 17-10. We've completed a full rotation now, so going back to serve is going to be Payson Seymour's number 12, Lexi Window. Dropped short in front of Ginnenbacher. That had a heck of a drop on it. Came across the net about 2 feet high, and it just dropped when it got there and fell just a few feet past the 10-foot line. Window back to serve again. Deep. Miller was there. Out to Carly Peters. Hard off of a diving Maggie Kersey and out of bounds. Carly Peters gets another kill, and it's 18-11 here in set number 1. Chris Dewar's in the house tonight, so if you want some highlights, watch KHQA tonight or tomorrow night. You'll be able to get some. Sure, at 10 o'clock tonight or 6 o'clock tomorrow. Set, middle, attack. Bachhold dug in the back row. Window had it. Now it's going to be attack front side. That was Steffen. Now it goes out to Peters, and it just got behind her and then past her. She tried to do something with it. No, that was Lauren Miller, excuse me. Couldn't do anything with it. It's a side out. 18-12 is the score. Steffen with the serve. No, it was not Steffen. It was a touch and a kill. Side out. Serving it was Steffen, number 17, excuse me. Houston goes out. Earhart goes out. Earhart goes. In comes number 12, Anna Peters. She served 5 straight to blow the game open earlier. See if she can get a few things going here. Peters is going to get the dig. Carly Peters sets to Lauren Miller. It's blocked. Great big block up there by O'Dear and Archer. Now it's going to be a bump set out to Miller. She's going to push it deep, and it's going to be touched. A kill, just a little push kill for Lauren Miller. And Anna Peters picks up another service point. Unofficially her 6th of the 20 points. So scored so far have been by Anna Peters. Serve, or while she was on the serve. O'Dear. That's Archer at the middle. O'Dear's playing right now. Archer's going to let one loose again. That was Peters, Anna Peters digging that one up. Now it's going to be a bump set. It's going to be a free ball coming across. Deep. Ginnebacher's there. It hits the ceiling. Peters goes down to get it. Pushed across by Miller. Dug up far side. Back row attack coming by the libero. It's going to be a bump set. A chance for Bachhold to get a hit. She gets it across. Going to be pushed across. Peters is there. Now Carly Peters out to Lauren Miller. She lets one rip down the line. It's touched. And a kill for Lauren Peters. Bubbles watching Central and Claire Houston from Carthage, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Here's Anna Peters serving it up again. O'Dear had that one. Archer's going to come get it, and she's going to get the kill on the side out. Nice save by the setter to get something that Archer could do something with, and she did. Now back to serve. Going to be number 20, Josie Fessler. And we'll check these. Oh, there's a hit, and it's going to be Miller in the net. It would have been a kill, but into the net, the call, so it's 21-14 now. As the Payson Seymour Indians try to claw back into this one. Back set, middle, Miller, tipped down. Doug, joust at the net, and it's won by Bachhold, I believe, was who was up there. It is Bachhold. She gets the kill on the joust with Aaliyah Williams, and it's a side out, 22-14, the score. It is Kaylee Bachhold at the service line. Right to the net, out to Archer it goes, dug by Bachhold. Peters goes a one-arm bump set, and a kill is going to come from it off the hands of Addison Mace. Mace. It's 23-14. Bachhold's jump serve, let's serve ace. And that is just not fair. It's set point number 1. They have 10 opportunities to get it here. Kaylee Bachhold's going to go back and try to serve it up on the first one. Her team leads by 10, 24-14. Bachhold's jump serve was a let serve last time, was not this time. It's Doug. Bump set out to Archer. It's going to be a free ball, though. Bachhold has it. Carly Peters to Lauren Miller. Down the line. A big-time smack down the line right at Chris Dewar, actually. And it's 25-14. The Central Panthers win set number 1. And we'll take a break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Right after this, you're watching the 2024 Lady Sons Classic from Augusta, Illinois.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets a much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credits.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Augusta, Illinois, and Southeastern High School. Set number 1, 25-14, the final. We'll move on to set number 2. Panthers up 1-0 as we get ready to go here. About 45 seconds before scheduled start time here for set number 2. This is the first of 5 games today. Other games yet tonight. Game 7 will be Rushville Industry versus Brown County. Game 8 will be Unity versus Western. Game 9 of the tournament will be Illini West versus Beardstown. And Game 10 is Liberty versus West Hancock. The next 2 matches are both 0-1 teams in tournament play against 1-0 teams. Rushville Industry and Western both won last night. Brown County and Unity both lost last night. So that's in the blue pool. This is a game from the white pool. The 4th game is a game from the white pool, and the 5th game is a game from the gold pool. Gold pool, or the white pool, includes Beardstown Central, Payson, Seymour, and Illini West. Back to serve is number 12, Lexi Window, to start things off here in game number 2. Houston runs it down. Miller sends it across. Miller will be your setter. Ginnenbacher with the dig. Houston sends the free ball across. Window with the back set. That was O'Dear on the attack. And then Miller from the back row hits it into the net. Side out. 1-0 lead for the Indians. The Indians did lead early in set number 1, 4-3, before the Central got a side out to tie it, and Anna Peters went on a 5-point scoring run from the service line. Bachhold with the attack. A nice job to track it down. Williams is going to send it across. Ginnenbacher goes down to get it. Miller from the back row hits it long and out. Much like the start of set number 1, Miller a couple hitting errors early, but then really came to life and settled down and hit some big shots down the stretch. So that one to get to the Panthers the win in set number 1. Windows back to serve again. Carly Peters, back row to Miller. Trouble. Bachhold is there, gets it across on the overpass. Now it's going to be Archer. Dug by Houston, and a double hit by Miller. And another point, it's 3-0. Indians, as Window goes back to the service line again, she's served 2 straight now. She is a right side hitter, setter, and a freshman. Some youngsters playing in this tournament. It's, small school volleyball. It's not that abnormal. Peters now blocked again. That's a second block in a row by the Indians. This time it's going to be put up and over. Over it comes near side. That was Stefan on the attack. Now Miller from the back row is going to get it to fall. And she will get that back row attack to fall. Her first kill of set number 2. She'll move to the front row now. And coming back to serve will be Carly Peters, wearing number 21. So both teams started a little bit different in the rotation, and the Panthers had a hard time getting out of it. Back Archer into the net, did not clear the net, no block, hitting error. Point to Peters and the Panthers. Coach having a conversation with Ginnenbacher there. Here's O'Dear, dug up. And hard off the block and out of bounds. Miller abuses the block as there was a little bit of miscommunication there between Peters and Ginnenbacher, but it got to Miller in a good way, and she was able to attack it. Peters back to serve again. She's served 2 straight. So each team's had a side out and 2 straight service points. There's a block. See if they can drop that. They can. Lauren Miller high up and down it goes on the overpass. And it is a point and a lead for the Panthers, their first lead of the contest. This was 4-3 opposite in set number 1 before the Panthers started taking control. We'll see what happens here. A little earlier, or the Indians going to change favor. Outside it goes to Miller. Miller's attack. It's going to be Steffen sending it across. Peters to Miller. Blocked, dug up. Peters bumps that back. We pushed across. That was Earhart. Blocked up in the air on attack from Steffen. Miller sent it back across. And they cannot get the free ball across. It's 5-3. 4 straight for Carly Peters. She's going to serve it again. Aaliyah Williams is there. Window. Archer's going to send a free ball across. Ginnenbacher comes to get it. Middle it goes to Bachhold. Bachhold sends it across. It's dug up. Window pushes it deep. Ginnenbacher's there. Outside to Miller. Miller off the block. Dug up in the back row. Nice dig. Can they do anything with it? Steffen's going to get a chance to hit it. Ginnenbacher goes down to get it. Out to Miller. Miller off the block. Dug in the back row by Fessler. Now it's going to come back to Steffen again off the set by Window. And an overpass feeding the bear, as Ned Eckert likes to say. And Bachhold is there for another kill and a 5th straight service point for Carly Peters. 6-3 is the score. I want to say hi to Bubbles Lee, watching from Carthage. There's a little passing error there, but it's a point nonetheless for the Panthers, and it's 7-3. Peters back to serve. We saw 12 straight served by Kara Stevens in Southeastern last night. That's out to, that's close, but they called it in. I thought it was out. They called it in, and it's a side out. 7-4. Back to serve is Steffen for the Indians. Miller is there. Peters. Middle goes to Bachhold off the net. Oh, what a dig by Archer over there. Nice job there to get that up. Out to Miller it goes. It's into the net and down. They'll call it a block. Archer gets the block, and another point for the Indians as they close it to a 2-point game behind the serving of number 17, Ava Steffen, and the hitting of Ella Archer. For the blocking, I should say that time. But that time it's Bachhold who's going to get the kill and the serve back to her squad. Anna Peters is going to check in. Earhart checks out. Houston is out as well as Mace comes into the front row. So they use the libero for just one player here, as Peters will stay in throughout. Still saves you people. There's an Archer on the attack. It's blocked by Bachhold. We push back, Ginnenbacher. Middle to Bachhold, and another kill for the senior, Kaylee Bachhold. And this point for Anna Peters. She's got 7 of those now. Wonder why there are a limited number of substitutions. It doesn't become a factor very often in rally scoring, but you can only substitute so many times. So using the libero, even if it's for one position, saves you that number of substitutions. So if you wonder why they might do it, that would be the reason why. And there's another kill for Lauren Miller. That was just a big slap of the ball, and it was dug, but too close to the net for anybody to do anything with. Anna Peters back to serve it up one more time. She's got unofficially 8 service points here in the match. O'Dear from the outside. It's blocked. O'Dear digs it back up. Archer's going to attack. Anna Peters maybe took that away from Ginnenbacher, and Archer's going to get the kill. O'Dear's going to go back to serve. The Indians trail 10-6. Bachhold on the attack. Oh, nice jig back there by O'Dear. Window went to get it. They're going to get a free ball across. Bachhold. Peters back to Bachhold. Down it goes. Kaylee Bachhold gets another kill. And she'll come back to serve. Sound like for a split second, Ric Flair was in the house. Heard a bunch of woos right there. I don't think it really is him, though. Didn't sound old enough. Window bump sets. Archer's going to bump it across the free ball. Bachhold is there. Out to Miller. It's off the net. It did not get touched. It's out of bounds. That's a good call. She tried to go cross court and got it down just a little too early. Clipped the net and raised it up enough to float it out of bounds. It's 11-7. Back to serve is Ella Archer for the Indians. Peters hit it, and Miller, who's still in the front row, used that ability to do a nice little left-handed tap as it looked like she was going to set the ball. Now Lauren Miller will be back to serve very quickly, not wasting no time. Fessler's there. Archer now setting. She goes to Aaliyah Williams on the right side, and it's going to be 4 hits as she did not get it across. And a timeout's going to be called. It's 13-7. A 6-point advantage for Central. They're up 1-0 here in game number 1 of night number 2. It's game number 6 of the tournament in total. This broadcast being brought to you in part by Ron Elby Auto Sales. With locations in Macomb and Augusta, with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. They also are a big part of the Athlete of the Week, which this week is Brock Beekman. Brock Beekman from Bushnell-Prairie City High School. He had a couple touchdowns, a interception return for a touchdown, and a big win for BPC over Peoria Heights, 44-0. So congratulations to Brock Beekman, the Bad Boy Mowers Athlete of the Week, presented by Ron Elby Auto Sales, as Lauren Miller comes back to serve again. Short serve, dug by Steffen. Archer goes to get it. That's Window on the attack. Outside. Peters is going to push it deep corner. Fessler's there. Archer now pushes it near side. Williams on the attack. It's dug by Bachhold overhead. Now Peters on the attack, and that's deep and out of play. So 13-8. Back to serves Aaliyah Williams. She's a sophomore. So they have a freshman setter, a sophomore middle. Steffen is a sophomore as well. Bachhold got ahead of that one and just couldn't bring it down. It's a hitting error and a side out. Williams back to serve again. 13-9 the score now. Once again, hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Share the link with your friends as Carly Peters drives one home off the set of Lauren Miller. An assist for her, and back into serve is going to be Claire Houston, the libero, a senior for Central. 14-9 the score. Houston serve deep right, in trouble, but a good job just to get something happen there. Archer's going to send it across. The reaction by Kersey was what kept that alive. Archer goes to get it again. Here's Window going to push it across. No, that's Steffen in the front row now, excuse me. And on the left side. Archer back to Steffen. Pushes across to the left hand. They're out of system, but Peters is going to use the block of Window and drive it off of her out of bounds for a kill. And it's 15-9 as Houston goes back to serve again. Kersey. The attack that time was by number 8, Cosmo Dolbear. Miller's going to send it across the free ball. Fessler goes down to get it. Archer out to Steffen. Steffen hard and long. It goes out of bounds. Houston will be back to serve again with her team up by 7 again, 16-9. Actually, they were only up by 6 when the timeout was called, 13-7. So actually, and that's a service error out of bounds. And we're back to that 6-point differential. 16-10 now is the score. Central leads 1-0. Indians need to quickly claw back into this one if they want to force a set 3. Middle, Peters tips it across. Across it comes. Bump set, out to Earhart. Blocked and down. She'll get the kill and a side out for the Panthers. Agnes Ginnenbacher coming back in to serve for the Panthers. 17-10 is the score. The lefty shoots one across. Archer sets to window, tips it across. Peters is there. And out of bounds. Oh, it was in. Bachhold is going to get the kill. I thought the initial motion from the official was saying out, but she hesitated for a second, pointed in. It's 18-10. Bachhold with the kill. Ginnenbacher with another serve coming. Fessler again on the serve receive. Archer out to O'Dear, who's in a game, and she uses the block of Bachhold as they didn't close the block, and O'Dear gets the kill. It's 18-11. Window back serving. That means she'll be setting. Goes over. Window. Fessler. Steffen going to push it across. Earhart's there. Back set. Miller from the back row. They call a touch. A kill for Lauren Miller. And it is Carly Peters coming back to serve now with her team up by 8, 19-11. RJ Horner, thanks for watching from Colorado Springs, watching Claire Houston. Well, thanks for tuning in as Peters gets the points. 20-11 is the score. We appreciate you tuning in, RJ. And if Claire goes back and watches, she'll be able to see who was cheering her on here in the live chat. That's out of bounds on the attack by Bachhold, a side out to the Indians. Indians have to score points in bunches now, trailing by 8. 5 side outs alone, and this one's over. So they've got to score some points in bunches here, do the Indians. Houston with the serve receive, out to Miller. She got there a little early, had to wait on it, tips it across. Out of system. O'Dear pushes it across and out of bounds. They got out of system and struggled with the pass. And Houston goes out. Mace comes in. Back to serve as Anna Peters, who came in for Earhart. And it's 21-12. An overpass on the serve receive. Mace is going to get called for an illegal hit. And it'll be a side out. 21-13. Well, you don't want errors, of course, if you're Central. You'll also take the side outs because at this point you could just side out your way to a victory. And there's an ace by O'Dear. 21-14. Wonderful thing about volleyball, there's still time. You just have to score points. And checking in, Anna Peters is going to come out. Checking in is going to be number 14, Ellie Foote, a junior. There's a deep serve and out. I said you don't mind the errors as much if you're Central because you're leading, but for Payson Seymour, they can ill afford an error of any kind at this point. Bachhold's jump serve went off the side of her hand, but it worked relatively well. There's a nice attack from Fessler in the back row of the libero. Out to Lauren Miller. She's going to drive one off of window. It's going to be a free ball. Archer, as the Indians were able to track it down and get it across. Now it's going to go back row attack to Bachhold, who hits it into the nets. Side out. It goes back to the Indians. Peters takes it. Miller tried to use that same play she used earlier in the set when she started in the front row to tip it over as she was going to come up the set. That time she was either misjudged how low the ball was or misjudged how far away she was from the net. Tried to tip it across. It goes into the net. It's another point. It's 22-16. Peters is going to bump it across on that free ball. Archer is there. Fessler bumps it out to Williams, and it's going to be out of bounds. A passing error results in a side out. It's 23-16. Steffen tried to go in and get that serve from Peters. Can't control it, and we're at match point. Or excuse me, that's Miller, Lauren Miller, with the serve. It's 24-16. It's the first of 8 match points. And there's a serve, and going to end it with another ace is Lauren Miller. 25-14, 25-16, a win for Central. They are 2-0 in pool play and still have Illini West to play. They'll play Illini West tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. That's the Central game tomorrow. For everybody watching this, enjoying Central. For Payson, Payson will play at 4 o'clock again tomorrow. And they'll play Beardstown. So that's going to do it for game number 1 of night number 2. It's the 6th game of the tournament. It's 25-14, 25-16. A win for Central over Payson Seymour. We'll be back in just a little bit with game number 2 in the next stream. Thanks for watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH coverage of the 2024 Ladies Suns Classic.